Calisthenics is one of the oldest ways to get in shape. It has been around when ancient Greeks used it to get jacked and strong, completely butt naked in their gymnasiums. Fast forward to this day and we got random dudes using it to build their backs on their tree branches. It's no surprise that it's been around for so long. It looks really cool and it just works. And if you want to milk all of its benefits while using nothing but our body weights, we have got to pay attention to our technique. Even though it can be effective, it can also be very easy to cheat reps. So we can either make it super easy, or we can make simple bodyweight movements that people just brush off as easy warm-up exercises into a tall challenge. Now in today's video, we're going to be focusing on perfect technique regarding hypertrophy, aka to maximize muscle, because that's what most people care about the most, let's be real. And for that, we just need to pay attention to three things. Number one, full range of motion. For that I mean a very exaggerated range of motion that most people are not used to. For pull-ups, I'm talking at least chin over the bar, or in my case, as you guys can see, rings, and a full dead hang at the bottom while feeling a deep stretch on the lats. Studies have shown that the deep stretch is actually the most hypertrophic part of the movement. It is also the part that people tend to skip, especially on pull-ups. So focus on a full range of motion with a big emphasis on the deep stretch at the bottom. Even if you can't get your chin over, at least make sure to get a full dead hang at the bottom before starting each rep, so keep that in mind. Number two, controlled tempo. You want to explode as fast as you can on the way up and really milk that eccentric portion, guys. Because for muscle growth, the negative phase is more important than the positive, so we really need to focus on that. And also make sure to do a quick pause at the bottom to really stretch that muscle and reset the repetition, taking away any momentum and making each rep highly challenging. Trust me guys, I guarantee that by the time you're doing 15 pull-ups like that, you'll be able to fly with those lats. So control your reps, guys. Number three, good core stability. With this, we're going to focus on push-ups because that's the exercise that people tend to butcher the most. And that's partly due to bad core stability and sagging at the hips. For perfect push-ups, you want to always keep your butt up and core tight. Because once the sets start getting challenging and you're closer to failure, your body would automatically do what it can to make the exercise easier. So you have to be really mindful of what your body is doing. You can also try recording your sets to see what you're doing wrong and adjusting from there. Now I want to talk about some extra benefits that you can get training this way outside of muscle growth. For one, you're going to feel more flexible. You're taking your muscles through their full ranges of motion and stretching them under load. So automatically you're going to feel more limber, which is always a good thing. Training this way also minimizes injury risk due to the fact that you're working with relatively lighter loads. We're talking basic push-ups, pull-ups, and squats here. So not only you're saving your joints, you're maximizing muscle growth while also minimizing injury risk. All that while getting more flexible in the process. A win-win-win situation we're working with. One last thing I need to say that is as important as maintaining good technique, and that is obviously putting some effort in. Going to failure or at least very close to it. Because at the end of the day, there are only two criteria for what I would call an effective set. We just talked about the first one, which is maintaining good technique. The second one is obviously pushing yourself. And people tend to mess up at least one of the two things, and sometimes both. So it's really not complicated, guys. High quality set with good effort, pair that with time and consistency, and you're pretty much guaranteed results. So yeah, that is all I wanted to talk about today, guys. I hope you found this video somewhat useful. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.